God promised Abraham that his descendants would dwell in this land. But think of his current situation. Number one, Abraham had no descendants because Sarah was barren. And Abraham had no land because the Canaanites dwelled in the land. But the promise of God says, to your descendants, I will give this land. And Abraham looks away from his situation around him, and what does he do? He builds an altar to the Lord, and he worships the Lord because he knows by faith that what God has promised, he is able to perform. And just the promise alone leads him to build this altar and worship God. And the Bible says it was accounted to him as righteousness. And in the eyes of faith, he sees that one day this entire land is going to be filled with his descendants, and that they were going to be dwelling in this whole land, and he could see it all from on top of this mountain. And there he builds an altar to the Lord and worships the Lord by faith alone, believing in the promises of God. And brothers and sisters, that is what we must do as well. We must not consider the present situation, but hold on to the promises of God by faith alone. Even if we have no descendants, even if we have no land, we must hold on to the promises of God and build an altar by faith and worship the Lord at that altar. And let us not forget the great and awesome God that we serve. Let us not be focused on the Canaanites that dwell in the land or the barrenness of Sarah's womb, but let us dwell by faith in the land of promise. Let us build altars as a testimony to those around us that we believe in the promises of God. Brothers and sisters, may we continue dwelling by faith as pilgrims and strangers in the land of promise. May we not be weak in faith, but may we continue on as Abraham did,